Welcome to the Rink Report presented by Ohio Credit Union. Dylan Tyre with you ahead of tonight's game between the Blue Jackets and the Dallas Stars. It's the first of two meetings between these teams this season, and a big one for the Blue Jackets. They're back here at Nationwide Arena after a three-game road trip. The Blue Jackets ended up going winless across those three games, but they feel they played better than the scores indicate in those ones. But regardless, they want to come away with 2 points tonight here against the Dallas Stars, and to do that, they're going to have to overcome two key injuries. For more on that, here are Bob McElligott and Jody Shelley.
Well, as the Blue Jackets get set for this game tonight, Jody, they have a couple of big holes in their lineup, and it's right down the middle. Two centermen will miss the game tonight. Cole Sillinger got injured in the game against Boston. He will not play. Boone Jenner also, he played all the games on the road trip, but he's not going to play tonight. An injury he suffered a couple of games ago will keep him out. And the Blue Jackets are going to counter that by putting Kent Johnson on the top line between Johnny Gaudreau and Patrick Laine as the centerman. This is something we've been waiting to see. Kent was drafted as a centerman. He's been playing on the wing. What do you expect to see tonight?
Well, let's start with the injuries. So Cole Sillinger, I thought he was just starting to play well. You know, he was starting to find his game. He found a little chemistry down in Tampa with Johnson and Marchenko, and they did some good things out there. And too bad he got hurt again. And for Boone, that's a big loss. I mean, there's the dynamic of the locker room, the leadership, and playing that center ice position, which he's done so well. But you're right, another opportunity. And Kent Johnson's a player that, you know, he's so dynamic, and he has all those moves and all those plays that his line mates have tried to read off of him. In the center of the ice, I think it'll be good. I mean, Johnny Gaudreau needs a guy that can hold onto the puck and distribute it. So does Patrick Laine. So he's playing the pivot there tonight. It'll be interesting to watch how he handles that. He needs to maybe simplify a little bit, but I think just out of human nature, he will. Two great wingers. I'm excited to see how he does there.
In goal tonight, Daniil Tarasov is going to start again for the Blue Jackets. He just started the last two games in Tampa and Boston, and he's looked really good.
He is. He's big, you know, and he's looking like he's figuring out the workload a little bit. You know, he's still adapting to North American hockey. It was just a couple weeks ago he went down to Cleveland and did get a couple reps. But since then, he's seen some pretty good teams in the league the past two games. So for him to be back at home here with the Blue Jackets have had some success lately the last two games. So they want to continue that here as they go into the break. The last game at home before Christmas, they head to Philadelphia tomorrow. Then they have Chicago, some teams that, you know, they'll be able to really try to get their game going and finish this stretch on a high note. But tonight for Tarasov, I think he looks quiet in the net. I think the team is playing well in front of him. They trust what he's doing, so good to see him get the third start in a row.
As you mentioned, a busy week with three games this week before the Christmas break, but this one being the only one at Nationwide Arena and against a Dallas team that is playing very well. So motivation on both fronts, right? Last home game and against a team that's been making some noise.
And they just want to get a win, Bob. You know, there's nothing like getting a victory. It changes everything. And for the Blue Jackets right now, that's all they want is to find a way to win, scrap this one out at home, and really try to find a way to take down the Dallas Stars. It's a tall task, but hey, they've been in games lately, and this one they've got to try to finish.
All right, that's the way we see it. Dylan, back to you.
Thanks again to Bob McElligott and Jody Shelley, and you heard them talk about it. A huge opportunity for Kent Johnson to play on the top line tonight, and head coach Brad Larson says he's earned that chance with his play over the past couple of weeks.
He's played a good bulk of the season here. He's got some games under his belt and last year, so you're hoping he's a little bit more battle-tested as a rookie, as I say that, as a new position, as I say that. So, you know, he's going to, if he's playing with those guys, he's taking on a good chunk of minutes and competition, right? You know, there's a good chance you're either against Faxa or you're against Rupa Hintz, that's a handful there, one of the best lines I believe in the league. So it's a little bit trial by fire here, and he's going to be jumping in with both feet. So we'll see how it goes. Again, there's nothing set in stone. He's going to stay there the whole time, but we're going to look at it.
Dallas comes into this one in first place in the Central Division, in second place overall in the Western Conference, and head coach Peter DeBoer has them playing great right now. They're 6-2-2 in their last 10 games, but they come into this one against the Blue Jackets off of a loss, 5-4 in overtime in Raleigh on Saturday night. This one, though, is the finale of a 5-game road trip for Dallas, so they'll be motivated to come away with 2 points here against the Blue Jackets. The Stars' first line is maybe the best in the entire National Hockey League. Jason Robertson, Robertson, Rope Hintz, and Joe Pavelski. Those guys have combined to score 40% of the Stars' goals this season, and Jason Robertson is leading the way. Third in the National Hockey League right now with 23 goals on the season. Fifth with 46 points, all that coming in just 32 games. This guy is a blossoming star. So another excellent test for the Blue Jackets this evening at Nationwide Arena. That will do it for the Rink Report presented by Ohio Credit Union. For Bob McElligott and Jody Shelley, I'm Dylan Tyre saying enjoy the game.